Hey YouTube, let's go ride a dirt bike in Hawaii. Currently my goggles are all fogged up and they got rain all over them, so I can't see anything. I'm on Mauna Kea. I'm up at about 7,500 feet, I think. So we're getting some good mountain weather. Trying to get my way down to some sunshine. Alright, so I just found this nice fire road, and I think maybe we should do a 3,000 mile review. Do a little rip here first. That's fine. I've never been on this road before. It's probably the best road I've ever found. Well, I don't think I'm getting past that. Okay. 3,000 mile review, KTM 690 Enduro R. I've owned this bike since the first week of September. It is now the first week of December. And we've been putting it through the paces. We've had our differences, but we're falling in love. The 690 is a good machine. Hey, we're gonna give the old 690 another rip down this road, because that was fun. It's a pretty fun little hill climb. Oh, a twister. Oh, that's soft. It's funny, this isn't really part of my 3,000 mile review, but I'm running the Moto's Mountain Hybrid right now. I feel it actually runs better on higher pressure. I have no idea what's in it, but I was running it at like 6 or 8 when I was just riding a bit ago on some dirt, and I pumped it back up for the road with my little hand pump, and I didn't check the pressure. I just know that I put quite a bit in it, and man, it is hooking up. This is you can't probably see the terrain here. Try and point the camera at it. But this is a cinder with hardpan, and you can see that it's pulling the front wheel pretty good. So, it's working good. Let's give this hill climb another shot. Alright, 690 review starts now. As you can see, this bike is a fire-rodent beast. Woo! That was my road. Find my way through the dust here. That corner was a little soft. So you got to watch me take a header. My goggles back out of the way. Alright, so on unknown corners, be on the alert. So that's my complaint number one with the 690 is off-road. The front tire pushes a little bit with the weight of the bike, so we'll call it 330 pounds, just to satisfy everybody. I've got a heavy skid plate, you know, tank of fuel, some hand guards. She weighs about 330 pounds with the fluid in her, and that mass, I don't care what bike it is, when you get it off-road, it pushes a little bit. So there's another motorcycle out here somewhere. Well, let's talk about the 690 a little bit. So the 690, and I had a lot of suspension differences when I first got it. And what I found out from the help of a few friends, I believe one of the companies is Enduro Spec, and another is a friend of mine that works at the local shop here who does suspension work. And they both helped me confirm that it's grossly undersprung. So before, the back end of the bike was pogoing all over the place, and it was really harsh, and I really hated it. So what I ended up doing is right now, it's currently 5 clicks out on the compression and 5 clicks out on the rebound. And I turned the high-speed compression a full turn softer. And turning that high-speed compression softer made this bike handle 1,000,000 times better off-road. So the high-speed compression was the problem, really. Now the rear end is fine. I'm actually pretty happy with the rear end of the bike, considering how big it is. And the front end is still too soft, and I'm going to put new springs in it and see if that helps, and then we're going to valve it. So I think we might have the suspension woes figured out on the 690. We're going to give her a little, we're going to fire her up a little bit here so you guys can hear her roar. This stuff is really slick. I don't know what's around the other corner. Yeah. truck up here or something. So anyway, as you can tell, the 690 and I are becoming well acquainted. That's me being conservative, because I'm riding alone up here, right? And I don't want to crash and get hurt, so you can see she likes the boogie. And it made a big difference opening up the airbox. So I'm really excited. I'm going to get a pipe for it pretty soon, I think. And that's going to open her up, give her a little more power off the bottom. You can kind of hear it bog a little bit in third gear coming around these corners. So I have a 16-tooth sprocket on it. And it's killer on the highway. Super killer on the highway, but I'm in first gear and second gear a lot on the trail. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But to get a little bit more bottom end grunt, I think that pipe's going to be pretty awesome. So this Moto's hybrid is working pretty good on the rear, especially considering I probably got like 22 PSI in it. And yeah, so we got the suspension ironed out on the 690, and now we're getting familiar with the motor. And the main thing is traction on this bike, man. You gotta have good tires on it. You don't have good tires on it and the right pressures, it's just, I mean, it leaves you wanting more. It's just not hooking up like a dirt bike. Feels more like a Duke. And I want a dirt bike. She's a super capable off-road dirt bike. Got plenty kind power. You know, especially for a beginner. I'm not a beginner, but you know, this could be intimidating. But yeah, I've been changing the oil, you know, and it looks good. I'm gonna change her at about 3,500 miles. My last change was 1,000 miles ago, but it was all street riding. Just drifted around the corners a little there. You can see my marks from the way up. Just sit on the side of the seat. Just roll her on. Yeah! So I have to get out on the dirt and practice because I got my comeback race on December 1st. And unfortunately, I don't really have any riding buddies, so I can't really practice. I just got to come around out here and dick around by myself. And the 690 is not the bike that I will be racing. It'll likely be a 300 EXE. And but moving this big old girl around, she's gonna give me some good preparations for the race. So I hope you can hear me through the engine. Yeah, the clutch action on this bike is beautiful. I got a bad hand, and the clutch lever is really easy. Let's take a little detour. Woo! A little sideways. one thing I'm looking forward to doing is turning the governor off, because it's governed in second and third gear. And that pisses me out. As she gets up to 60 in a hurry, I feel like the 690 was really supposed to be ridden like this. I mean, KTM could have set up the suspension a little more aggressive for me. Woo! What do we got in here? Looks like a cinder pit. Not much in here. That was loose. You see my burnout marks? It's basically like sand scattered on top of concrete. But yeah, so this has been a real good bike so far. I kind of had that, you know, some people get the 690 buyer's remorse a little bit. And I'm going to admit I had that kind of a little bit at the beginning. But now I don't. You know, and maybe it's because I gave myself permission to buy an off-road bike, like a lightweight off-road trail bike. And you know, I'm looking at the 200XC right now, not the W, but the regular 200XC. But there's not many on the used market here, and so I gotta wait for one to show up. Push the dust here. Not wearing goggles at the moment. And that way, you know, I can do some exploring on the 690, find myself some good places to ride, and then I can go get the real aggression out of my system on the full-fledged dirt bike. But you know, she handles this stuff great. I mean, awesome. You can see her sliding this thing around the corners. So my fuel light just came on, and I'm at about 115 miles or something like that. So I can't do too much more riding before I gotta head back, because I'm quite a ways from home. I brought a little water bottle full of gas. I got my Usui pack on that I just did the review on, and it's fully loaded right now. It probably weighs about 15 pounds. It's a super badass pack. So happy with it. But got a little bit of gas in there. I've got my hydration hose, you can see here. And we're having fun on the 690's 3,000th birthday. You'll find this little grass road down here, I think, somewhere. I'm going to take a detour on that. We'll get her up to speed. I can get up to about 60 on that maybe and feel that suspension. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Ah, here we go. It's bumpy. This is rocks underneath this grass. So. There's not much dirt on top of this. You gotta kind of keep your hands loose. I've got some grip donuts on this bike right now, and they keep flopping out into the middle of my grips. Kind of bugs the shit out of me. So I'm gonna cut those off. Oop, dead end. Off the ground. There we go. Yeah. L690, she goes pretty good. This one here. Just always make sure you turn the ABS off. With this Hawai'i gearing on it, the 16-tooth sprocket, this second gear is a real functional gear. You can lug it down pretty good, and it'll still don't want to go up. I think I'm going to turn around and go up. You can lug it down pretty good, but it I don't know, it goes like 45 miles an hour in second gear, so you know, that's pretty good off-road. So this is second, just kind of lugging. We're at just a little under 3,000 RPMs. May not look rocky, but this is all real hard in here. Pretty flowers. Now, I think I've been on this before. Maybe not on the motorcycle, but I've run it. I've run this road. Yeah, that high-speed compression made a big difference. This thing would have been bucking me all over the place just a week ago or whatever. It's a whole lot more fun to ride. Now I just got to get that front end fixed. Yeah, this is back on the main road again here. So that's what the 690's rev limiter sounds like. You probably heard that in some of the other videos. You can hear there's a pretty big gap between second and third. Let's go this way real quick. That big gap is probably why I like second so much. Not gonna lie, I just wanted to jump the 690 again, so we'll get her off the ground for the camera one more time. It's not a very big jump, but you land in the face of it, so it's pretty hard on the front end of this thing. Got to watch out for rocks a little bit. So when you're riding the 690 at speed like that, you really gotta bring your weight back a little bit. It just makes the front end handle a lot better. Actually, I'm gonna go pull over and we're gonna take a look at the bike. So yeah, we'll give you a quick walk around here. You'd probably never guess this is Hawaii with the what do we call these, pine trees? So yeah, these are real legit pine trees here in Hawaii. So I thought I'd give you a nice little backdrop here when I've stopped. I don't know if the camera will focus on the mountains and stuff with the backlight, but you get to look at my ugly ass. So anyway, there you go, mountains, Hawaii. Here we go, big old beautiful girl here. Back up. Need to make sure that I keep my eyes on the viewfinder and not on my eyeballs, my real eyeballs. So 690, she's got I don't know what, 120 miles on her today now. Little bit of mix of everything. We were just kind of in some rain and some mud and some cinder, and and now we're in kind of still some cinder and some dust. I've still got my Cycra covers on my hand guards to stop the wind a little bit. Here's the factory MT21 that I remounted so that I could just finish toasting it on the road. It's actually a pretty good tire. I think the 690 came with pretty good tires. The 2019 ones kind of got those macaroni thrower, I don't know, junk on there. But KTM I think had to do that for those pass-by emissions, you know, the road noise. You can see the motos in her second ride is pretty much toasted. Funny enough, it actually hooks up pretty good, but you can see the pipe is getting pretty hot. Maybe you can't see it, but anyway, the cat's starting to turn a little purple in there. My super rad moto seat. Thanks Travis at Moto Seat for making me that. I'm so freaking happy with this seat, guys. This is that ballistic Kevlar stuff in the side, or nylon, or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I wear knee braces, and as you can see, it just butchers my pants. I got them all glued back together. It rips seats apart. But hey, my knees feel good, so we'll do that. And these are my grip donuts that I'm going to take off. I thought that maybe I needed those, and maybe I'll keep it on the left side here, because it hits when I'm hitting there, my thumb hits on the plastic and it doesn't give with the grip, so I get my thumbs get a little bit torn up if I don't have those. You can see the old scars from motocross days and stuff in my hands, but it bumps up against the plastic, so maybe I'll leave that donut on there. This one doesn't seem to be giving me problems, but the damn throttle one keeps flopping over into the throttle like that when I'm, just because my hand's probably all over it. But yeah, I've started to like my Cycra handguards that I put on there a little bit better. I wasn't too impressed. I put the bolts all the way through with these nuts on the back. It's a long story on why those nuts are rounded, but those are what I had in the drawer, so I stuck those on there. But anyway, they haven't broken off since, so they seem to be working pretty good. They've taken some pretty big hits in the sides. My Adventure Spec skid plate that I bought and put on there when this thing was brand new. I highly recommend this skid plate. It's a tough unit, and it resonates a lot of engine noise, but that's okay. When I go into more easy areas, I take it off and put that stock plastic one on if I know that I'm not going to be bashing into rocks and stuff. But she's taking some big hits, and anyway, I got a couple flat spots in the wheels, but that's okay. I mean, you can expect that in the terrain that I ride. I've been pretty easy on them. Yeah, another thing here with the license plate, I ended up mounting mine, cover up number here, not that it matters, you've probably seen it before, but anyway, I mounted my plate all the way up by the license, or my license plate, all the way up by the tail light, because when you land real hard from big jumps, you can see I got it zip tied back together here, the tail flexes and the tire comes up and just rips that apart. So if you're gonna do some serious off-roading on this thing, you gotta kind of get your license plate up there as high as you can. These knobbies crack me up. Anyway, yeah, so if you look on the suspension here, this is gonna be a really long full feature MotoVLOG review to the side, and the compression clicker is on this side. So what I did, I gotta make sure I don't touch the exhaust, is you can see those little black marks. I marked the stock position with the dot right there, and then I spun this out and loosened it up softened it up, I should say, basically a full turn, and that's made an absolute huge difference. Hopefully I didn't have my hand on the speaker, in the rear suspension. And now I'm only running 5 clicks out on the rebound and the compression, and then my preload is actually a little bit slack, but that's the way I've always run my bikes, and that's the way I like to run my bikes. And so the rear end's just a little bit lower. I think the sag measurement is yeah, it's just 5 millimeters difference than what it's supposed to be as far as being slack. And the front, I just flat out, it's just not set up yet. I'm looking to put the springs in it, like I told you. I'm just kind of being redundant here, but yeah, I've learned to really like the 690. She's super capable. You can see, I don't know if you're wondering what the hell I got going on here. These are just some backgrounds that I pre-cut so that my knees aren't just tearing apart the gas tank here. I don't ride this like a little old lady on Sundays. You've probably seen in the video. So my legs are all up and down this. You can see the scratches and stuff in all the plastics from my legs. And did the same thing on the other side. I tore off the stock graphics. I hate graphics, just me. And I pre-cut some backgrounds for there too. So this protects that gas tank for the most part. You can maybe still see that I'm wearing a little bit on the edge, even though I rolled the background back over the corner a little bit so that I would wear on that instead of the tank. But you know, it's gonna get some bumps and bruises, and I think I'm planning on keeping it, so that's okay. She'll be a little bit ugly like a dirt bike. You can see my knee braces and stuff scratching all the graphics up. But yeah, that moto seat's rad, man. Contact Travis and get yourself one of these things. They are sticky. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of a crappy review. And hey, but whatever, man. You got to see me ride the 690. Got a little whoop. Got her up on the rev limiter. She's a beast. I really dig riding it. I'm still learning how to ride it. The front end is a little bit lower than a motocross bike. I have the risers on it. I'm still hunkered on it. If you sit on I've literally sat on this bike next to an EXC, and the front end is lower. And I think it's just because, you know, you ride them in a seated position on the road a little bit more. They're not really meant for standing ergonomics. So I get a little hunkered over, which puts some stress on my arms because my legs are so long. I would like a little bit lower foot pegs. You know, maybe I'll spring for those when I have some money, but we're getting a pipe first. I'm really excited about getting a pipe for this thing, and we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to be an Acra Provic yet, or if it's going to be the wings, but it's likely going to be one of those two. We'll see what my local dealer can do for me on the Acra. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to riding, and I wish you guys all happy riding. And if you have a KTM 690, get the 450 shifter. Get this shifter. See my other videos and get this shifter. This makes a big difference in this bike shifting. It's awesome. Get one. Sorry, that was stupid. So anyway, back on the 690. Like and subscribe if you want to see more 690 videos. There's some buttons right down there. If you have any questions on, I don't know, after being on the 690 for 3,000 miles, I got a hunter passing me. He's clucking like a chicken, probably calling some birds. But anyway, if you have any questions, you know, about the 690, I've got quite a few hours on her now, and I'll help you out as much as I can. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings in this butthurt nation that we live in. But yeah, let's we're all riding buddies. We're all in this YouTube thing together. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm pretty good about replying. I'm a lot better than replying on YouTube than I am my email, because I just got so much damn junk in there. So you guys have a happy Sunday. Hang loose from Hawaii, up here at almost 7,000 feet. And people don't really think of that when they think of Hawaii, but we got big old mountains. Look at these suckers behind me. You probably can't see them. All these big cones pop up a couple thousand feet. So from the valley floor, which is 6,000 feet. So anyway, have fun. Just riding a dirt bike on the beach in Hawaii during sunset. Yeehaw!